Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Josh and you're watching our history. Today we're going over part 2 of the Griqua people, a diverse group of mixed race individuals who originated in the early history of the Dutch Cape Colony in southern Africa. So if you enjoy this, please be sure to like, and if you're new here, consider smashing the subscribe button. If this isn't your first rodeo and you haven't shown some love to the subscribe, now is your opportunity. Thank you for watching. Griqua migrations. The Griquas, a mixed-race community in South Africa, settled in the outskirts of the Cape Colony due to their dual heritage, not fitting into European or African categories. They established their own communities and adopted the Afrikaans language. The surnames of the Griqua people were predominantly of Afrikaans origin and remain common among the colored community today. Many Griqua men joined commando services. However, their lands were frequently taken by Europeans, leading to the Griquas seeking new territories. This migration occurred in two main groups, namely the Kok and Barents families. The Oorlam was one of the most influential Griqua groups in the 19th century. They controlled various political entities and were governed by captains and their councils, following their own written constitutions. The first Griqua captain was Adam Kok I, who had previously been a slave but had bought his own freedom. Seeking to escape discrimination, Kok led his people north from the interior of the Cape Colony. Later, as voortrekkers moved northward to Natal and discovered it was under British control, they decided to return to the good lands they had passed through, crossing the Drakensberg Mountains. The Griqua tribe led by Adam Kok migrated from the Cape Colony to an area near the Orange River, which was located to the west and south of the future Boer republics of the Orange Free State and Transvaal. This region became primarily settled for most of the tribe, although a portion of them continued to live a nomadic lifestyle. Before embarking on their migrations, the Griqua had mostly adopted the Afrikaans language, which would later become a primary means of communication. Adam Kok named the group Griqua at the request of teacher John Campbell. They established a basic government system with leaders known as captains and officers from prominent families. However, Kok faced competition from Nicolaas Waterboer, who ruled the western region of Kimberley. This rivalry became more significant when diamonds were discovered in the area. Kok's successor, Andries Waterboer, established Griqualand West and maintained control until the influx of Europeans following the diamond discovery. In 1834, the Cape Colony recognized Waterboer's land and people's rights, signing a treaty that ensured Europeans paid for land use in mining purposes. Baron Barents played a significant role as a founding father of the Griquas. He led a group of Griquas in a pivotal battle against Mzilikazi at Moorkop in the Northwest Province. Sadly, this battle resulted in the loss of numerous Griqua soldiers' lives, as Barents proved to be no match for Mzilikazi. Amidst the turmoil, Trudy, Barents' granddaughter, was captured by Mzilikazi and compelled to join his harem. However, there is speculation that she was later rescued by a missionary named Robert Moffat. It is believed that Trudy's connection with Mzilikazi resulted in the Ndebele people having Griqua blood, stemming from the children she bore during the time with Mzilikazi. Current situation. The colored peoples in southern Africa, specifically the Basters and Griqua, have distinct ethnic identities despite their mixed race origins. The Basters primarily reside in south-central Namibia, while the Griqua are concentrated in areas such as Campbell and Griqua Town in Griqualand West, Northern Cape. Additionally, there are Griqua settlements in Kranshoek, Western Cape, and Kokstad, KwaZulu-Natal. It is significant to note that the Griqua nation originated from the Khoikhoi people and were primarily pastoralists who lived harmoniously with nature. Their laid-back lifestyle was intertwined with their environment and surroundings. During the Apartheid era in South Africa, the Griqua people faced challenges in determining their population size due to the racial policies in place. Many Griqua individuals chose to be classified with the broader colored group to avoid potential marginalization based on their Griqua heritage. As a consequence, estimating the exact size of Griqua population became intricate and largely unknown. Additionally, under apartheid, the Griqua community was further marginalized as they were not granted any specific Griqua or territorial reserves designated for their use. These circumstances have made it difficult to ascertain the precise population figures for the Griqua people. Genetic research suggests that modern Griqua population is predominantly descendant from a mixture of European, Khoikhoi and Tswana ancestors. Additionally, a minor proportion of their ancestry can be traced back to the San or Bushmen. Griqua historians in South Africa and Namibia are actively exploring their heritage and sharing their narratives to shed light on their historical background. In 1999, the National Khoisan Council NKC was formed to facilitate discussions and collaborations between the Khoisan indigenous people and the South African government. These discussions covered a wide range of issues concerning the Khoisan people. The Griqua people, another Khoisan group, are represented by the National Khoisan Consultative Conference, established in 2001, which advocates for their interests. This conference actively engages in cooperative research and development projects with the provincial government of the Western Cape and the University of Free State. The influential Le Fleur clan of Griqua holds significant representation within this organization. The Griqua Church was established by the Griqua people in 1920. It is a Protestant church that places great emphasis on preserving Griqua culture and ethnic identity. The Griqua Church is primarily concentrated in south-central Namibia. It holds the distinction of being the first church to be established in South Africa. There is a disputed theory regarding the origin of the name Bloemfontein, connecting it with the Griqua leader Jan Bloem. However, it is more likely that the name derives from the Dutch words meaning a fountain of flowers, due to the area's local vegetation. In 1994, the Griquas initiated a campaign to repatriate the remains of Sarki Bartman, a Kuku woman who was enslaved and exhibited in Europe for profit, in an effort to restore the original identity of the Griqua nation. Griqua land. During the migration of the Griqua people from the Cape to various areas in South Africa, several regions came to be known as Griqualand. They were the first group to settle in the Trans-Orania region, located beyond the Orange River. They established separate communities. Some Griqua engaged in raids on the Tlaping community, who were Tswana speakers. Additionally, the Griqua obtained cattle from the Tlaping, which they used to trade with farmers from the Cape. These trades involved firearms, horses, and wagons. This exchange of goods played a significant role in the development of the Griqua communities in South Africa. Griqualand East is also known as New Griqualand and was a Griqua state in southern Africa from the early 1860s until the late 1870s. It was situated between Umzinkulu and Kinera rivers, south of the Soto Kingdom, and encompassed an area of approximately 19,000 square kilometers. This region, located on the frontier between KwaZulu-Natal and the Eastern Cape, is centered around Kokstad, a town named after Adam Kok III. In 1861 to 1862, Kok III led a group of over 2,000 Griqua people through Basutoland and settled in the unclaimed territory between Pondoland and Natal, which became Griqualand East. However, British annexation occurred shortly thereafter. Today, the Griqua descendants primarily reside in Kokstad, with the Griqua Church serving as a community hub. Griqualand West, centered around Kimberley, emerged as a prominent mining region after the discovery of diamonds in 1866. The town of Kimberley gained significance due to its association with the thriving diamond mining industry. Additionally, it is renowned for its sports teams, particularly the Griquas rugby team, which competes in the prestigious annual Currie Cup tournament. Their home matches take place at Griqua Park. However, the arrival of the Boers in Griqualand West led to the loss of land and traditional cultural practices of the Griqua people. They were absorbed into the rapidly transforming Orange Free State region of South Africa. The Griqua nation, residing in Griqualand West, known as Griqua States, is known to have utilized flags prior to 1902. However, it wasn't until that year when they adopted a flag resembling the Suid-Afrikaanse Republiek, the ZAR. Interestingly, the Griquas under the leadership of Andries in that area did not have a documented history of utilizing flags. If you made it this far, I hope you're really enjoying this channel. If you'd like to support the creation of more content like this, because all contributions are greatly appreciated, consider joining the channel in the membership tab or check out the Patreon link in the description below.